Okay, Super Sons number 8. Let's do this thing. Okay, now, if you wanted more proof that whoever said that Super Sons is the closest thing America has to manga or anime, I offer you this cover, which has Superboy and Robin being pulled into some sort of giant crack by tentacles. And yes, before I love this cover. Not so sure why Superboy's logo is blue, but this is exciting and it gets you hyped for the story. So last time, if you remember, they had just defeated Cracklow, a failed magician who got magic mud and for some reason decided to create supervillains with it to try and destroy the Justice League, because that's the natural step. Your career as a magician fails, so why not just murder a bunch of people? That's a natural, logical progression. I don't know what you're smoking if you don't see that as the next logical step in your life plan. I don't even want to know what you're smoking because I do not want to be that crazy. So anyway, they're getting sucked in. What the? This has to be some booby trap by that guy Cracklow. That nutty wizard. That nutty wizard did talk about a greater destiny, but this is way more than he seemed capable of. Superboy, heat him up. Good idea. Return the life dirt. Well, that didn't work. Let's just cut right to me and my pal Kiki. You have taken what belongs to me to another world. Hardline, knock him down. After you, big shot. And so the thing is getting shot by two girls named Hardline and Big Shot, obviously. Planet of the Capes, Part 3, by Peter J. Tassomi. Again, this is a splash page done well. There are plenty of examples of splash pages done wrong, but this is done to give you a sense of the scale of what's going on and to introduce two new heroes into the mix. So this is this is the splash page that I like. Who the H are they? I have no idea. And your parents are a whole dimension away. You can curse here. Another dimension? What does that even really mean? Think of that Dinosaur Island place you told me about. It's a place where the rules are out the window. My favorite kind. I'm out of explosive shells. I need some big boom. Doing my best. Hey, newbies. Want to lend a hand? Good thing the universal translator I jacked from the League is working. She wants to know if we can do anything. Yeah, it's a good thing the League wasn't above stealing technology from the United Federation of Planets, apparently. Cool, I guess. Help is on the way, girls. Aim whatever power you guys have at the ground between the tentacles. Yardis has to keep a part of its consciousness nearby to control these things. Who's Yardis? Who's Yardis? Are we really in another dimension? Stop asking questions and do what she says. You're not the boss of me, Robin. I'll talk when I want to talk. It's gone. Where'd it go? Answers, you two. Are there a lot of these creatures living on this planet? No. It's the only one of its kind. But you misunderstand one thing. It's not living on this planet. It is the planet. Hurry, we need to leave before it returns, and Tell your little brother to follow. Why does everyone always assume if someone's taller, they're older, and usually smarter? This way, we need to hide. Hopefully your skill set includes more than barking orders and shooting rope. Robin of Gotham, the rope slinger. I regret giving you a translator. That thing actually works. It's not pretty, but it gets me where I want to go. Later. And then those tentacles just pulled us through that hole from our world. Assuming this isn't Earth. If Earth's the name of your home planet, then no. This definitely is somewhere else. Someone else. We're also prisoners here. Yardus is some sort of living planet that's terrorized the galaxy for millennia. And you girls just live on him like those birds that live on alligators? What's an alligator? What's a bird? Sheesh. Yeah, this conversation is going to be a little bit difficult if Universal Translator doesn't start to explain things. Like that. If it doesn't translate them into something more universal than that. This is our village, or what's left of it, and us. Don't make too much noise. We'd rather not attract the planet's attention. Sentries are always out hunting. What do you mean? You're prisoners here? Look, fighting an actual planet's not on my to-do list, so we've got no intention of hanging around here. And we had no intention of coming here. Yardus, the living planet, was our conqueror. Our world was called Ebor. Its cities were vast and filled with wonders, and a select few of us were gifted with talents and abilities we used to protect the citizens. We were only children, but we dreamed of one day joining the heroes and being remembered forever. Isn't that the plot of My Hero Academia, too? Huh? For decades, our heroes fought back villains of all kinds. Some from alternate dimensions, some from nearby galaxies, some from our own world. The timeline got really confusing, and some people demanded that we simplify it. So we also had to deal with the threat of a constant reboot. It was a never-ending battle, but one Hardline and I were eager to join, and some people called it a golden age of heroes, and it seemed like it would go on forever. But long ago, we were reminded that nothing is forever, even gold. Yardus entered our orbit, and quickly, and before its mass could have begun wreaking havoc on Evor's gravity, before the population could be saved, it tore through our world using its own resources for energy. And looking like that awful version of Galactus from the second Fantastic Four movie. In an instant, everything we knew was no more. So how are you two, here? Shouldn't you be dead with everyone else? Hey, nice tone, man. One of the heroes helped a handful of us escape by using his magic to teleport us before our atmosphere was destroyed. So thanks to the wizard Krakow, those of us who survived have been refugees on this murderous planet. For a long time we've tried to build a world on Yardus while he hunts us, but our main focus is to destroy him. Wait. Destroying the thing that you're on? You kind of live on it. That seems kind of stupid. Hold on a sec. Krakow? That's the name of the guy who we just tracked down before we got dragged here. Sorry to burst your bubble, but he was no wizard. Just some loser with some weird clay. You know Krakow? His magic was beyond wonder. Like hell it was. He created a couple of more of mopes from some of that clay, and we took him down with some friends. Easy. Are you sure we're talking about the same guy? My dad told me about alternate dimensions. This could be one of those. Two versions of the same guy. But you also said your Cracklow had the clay. That was his secret weapon. This is a longer conversation, and we don't need to have it out here in the open. Let's head in. No powers, please. He doesn't have any. Quiet, you! Hang back a sec. What is it? Priority number 1. Get home. Agreed. But also help the people here. There's only one priority number 1. That's the whole point. Gah. This crud is everywhere. Look, getting home means finding out more about Cracklow. He was obviously able to somehow open a door to our world. And helping these people fight back against this crazy planet is exactly how we're going to get more info. They saved us after all. We'll help, but we have to be realistic about who we can. The hunter. He's here. Help! He's gonna kill us all! It's that guy without a face from earlier. Superboy, wait! Brute power aside, I saw what you said your buddies are really made of. Yeah, that's what I thought. Superboy, give them some big bad wolf action. You got it. The hunters are made from the master clay. We thought it was all gone. How did you do that? I just blew really hard. It's kind of an inherited thing. This clay you mentioned was Cracklow's best weapon. He could control it, shape it, said it carried some mystic energy. Our home planet had a ton of it, but it's mostly gone, except for what Cracklow had. I've got a theory. But first, let's get inside before they find us again. Yardus, planet core. And we see a bunch of things being made out of clay. Feed, create, feed, create, feed, create, feed, create, feed, create, feed, create. He hid the nourishment. Now we know where. Feed, create, feed, create, feed, feed, feed. Later on that night, can't sleep? Did some reconnaissance. We're gonna get home, right? Without a doubt. Good, because this place feels weird. It's the air. It's thicker, pungent. But at least the sun is yellow, for your sake. I've been to the moon and lots of other weird places with my dad. You? Apocalypse. Long story. What was it like? Hell. Pray you never see it. I've come to the conclusion we stay closer to this ramshackle city. I've learned every artery and vein of this circulatory system, and I do not trust this planet's water supply. Cracklow, however, he is the key to figuring this all out. I have a theory, too. I'm all ears. 2 different wizards, 2 different Cracklows. If this really is another dimension, what if they both had a Cracklow? That would explain the discrepancy between the guy these girls described and the one we met. What if the dumb one we thought was given that magic mud? Maybe this world's Cracklow just assumed his counterpart was a good guy too. That's not a bad angle, but why do it? What was the point? Better. The girls said their old planet was filled with this weird clay. Maybe Yardus was trying to consume the clay? If it's got some energy in it, maybe Yardus lives off it. So this planet's Cracklow had the last of it and was trying to dash it on our world? I don't know. Maybe Starvey Yardus saving his people. Damn, especially good, especially good for you. Other worlds. And then we see Communist, the macronism, the biomass. I am this planet, and this planet is my army, and it's time to feed. Next, war for the planet of the capes. Okay, I love this issue. This is my favorite storyline of the whole 16 issue Super Sons run. And it has an old sci-fi idea that I never stopped thinking was cool, the living planet sort of thing that eats things, that and there's humor in it, there's action, and there are some great bonding moments between Robin and Superboy, and they both get to show off their respective skills. Robin as the more practical strategist, Superboy as the idealist, and them coming together against an overwhelming threat. This is everything a great comic is supposed to be. It does it in an issue while still being part of a larger story that can be sold in a trade, and that's one of the biggest problems in comics today, in my opinion, is that they get stretched out. Is that writers are being ordered to structure their stories so that they can be sold in trades, because that's where the real money is made now. But oftentimes it means that you don't have the right mix of action and character and and mystery and everything else you come to expect. So from older comics where they tell one story in one issue. So this is this has that. It's a great balance, and other comics should look at this for example, of how to get the balance right. I wish somebody would show this to everyone working on Renew Your Vows right now, because I feel like that book would improve leaps and bounds if they struck this balance. So yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 book for issue for me, and it's just great, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.